Ever wanted to take a break from the stress of school and work and go scale a giant wall? If so, UTD Climbing Club might be for you. Hey there, welcome to the Observatory, or the O for short, your sports show covering UTD Comet sports. I'm your host, Colin Busick, and let's jump right into it. Climbing may initially seem like a fairly simple sport, but beneath the surface is a plethora of attention to detail, critical thinking, and finesse. Climbers have to maintain balance, positioning, and exert a great deal of strength to scale complex routes referred to as problems by people in the sport. The Climbing Club recently hosted a competition where participants climb routes of varying difficulty for points. Each route has designated starting and finishing holds, and climbers have to finish their route with control by hanging on to the final hold at the top for 2 seconds without falling. Routes are designed with certain moves in mind, generally involving a lot of legwork and weight displacement rather than just exerting raw strength. Climbing requires creative problem-solving skills, and climbers frequently observe each route and plan their moves before attempting to climb. I spoke with the Climbing Club to learn more about what beginners struggle with when they get started.
I think a lot of climbing is very scary. People are frequently afraid of heights, and even when you aren't afraid of heights, a lot of beginners will hold on to the holds so hard that their arms get tired way faster than later climbers, and you literally put your life in each other's hands. So having someone down at the bottom of the wall shouting like, "You got this, you can do it," like really helps.
You can find the Climbing Club in the Auxiliary Gym on Fridays from 6 to 8 p.m. and on Instagram at UTD Climbing. Next up, it's that time of the show. Welcome to the Most Valuable Team, or MVT, is the team that's really stood out since the last show. This show's MVT is the men's golf team. Men's golf made a fierce competitive debut this semester at the weekend-long Pinecrest Invitational over in Longview, Texas. Our Comets shot a 36-hole 617, beating out 8 other teams for an astounding first-place finish. This was also the team's first victory since the 2008-2009 season, and hopefully there will be many more to come. Now, let's get into the updates. Our men's and women's basketball teams fought hard in the NCAA Division III National Tournament. The women's team beat Texas Lutheran 62-51 before being edged out by Mary Hardin Baylor, and the men's team unfortunately fell to Pomona Pitzer with a 37-58 loss. Men's and women's tennis faced disappointing weather cancellations against Southwestern, but luckily our men's team was able to win all 4 of their next matches, 2 of which were decisive 9-0 victories. Speaking of decisive victories, baseball kicked off strong with an 11-0 win over Mary Hardin Baylor. They also played in 3-game series against Hardin Simmons, East Texas Baptist, and Texas at Tyler, coming out of each with 2 losses and a win. Softball was certainly on the grind the past few weeks, playing in 4 3-game series, as well as a Tucson Invitational Tournament. They won all 3 of their games against Howard Payne University, 2 out of 3 against Belhaven, and won their first 2 games in Tucson before being knocked out in double elimination. As we know, men's golf earned their first team victory in a decade at the Pinecrest Invitational, but that's not all our golf teams have to offer. Women's golf placed 2nd place at the same tournament and took 1st at both the Texas Cup and the House Sutton Invitational. A fantastic showing from UTD's golf program. Our League of Legends team earned a solid 2-0 victory over Texas Tech, and Overwatch further established UTD's prowess in esports with a 3-1 win over DePaul. In club sports, gymnastics competed at the UT Austin Invitational and earned 3rd place overall. Freshman Colin Grant earned 4th on balance beam, 5th on floor, and 4th on uneven bars. Men's Ultimate Frisbee were also in Austin at the 2019 Centex tournament and faced some fierce competition, coming out of the weekend with a 1-5 record. Finally, members of the fencing team competed at the Aquila tournament up in Denton, and our Comets proved their dominance with members Connor Gray and Christian Garces earning 1st place in Division III epee and foil respectively. Senior Chandler Cafis earned 3rd place in both Division II and III foil, and Ben Weldon tied with Christian Garces for 3rd in Division II epee. Also, UTD TV's very own Antonio Diaz reports that he almost did good at the tournament, and we're very proud of him. Certainly a very strong couple of weeks for our Comet athletes. Great work, guys. Let's hop over to our kicker. I wonder what our men's ultimate team has been up to. You know, we don't actually have a bowling team here, but it looks like the Wolf guys are on it. That's about everything going on in Comet Sports today. You can always find more content on our social media at UTDVO, and for even more at UTD TV. Thanks to my team for making this show happen, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one, Comets.